Hello, once welcome to my channel Study Up. After a long silence, I came back. Why? Because I was very busy in my personal work, so sorry for that, guys. I will not waste any time. So let's start. Today is the most important class for all diploma engineering students. I will discuss some of the chapters which I have already discussed in the classes. So objective type questions or some descriptive type questions or numerical problems are discussed for internal exams or semester exams. So most probably for the internal exams, first internal or second internal, which is going on. So let's start.
अगर तुम लोग नए हो तो सब्सक्राइब करो, वो जो लाल वाला बटन है उसके साथ स्कैम करो या फिर महफिल जमाओ, मुझे नहीं पता, बस क्लिक हो जाना चाहिए.
So let's look about some MCQ questions for your internal exams, especially for forthcoming internal exams, second internal exams, which will be going on tomorrow or next day or someday later. Okay. So suppose I will discuss about the chapters fuels, lubricants, and also electrochemistry. So let's look. Which is not a buffer solutions. I have discussed in the class. Do you know, all of you know the buffer solutions, the solutions which resist to change its pH after adding some amount of acid or base. So if your question is calm, suppose which is not buffer solution, NH4Cl, NH4OH. This combination is not buffer solutions, or CH3COOH or NH4Cl, or CH3COOH plus CH3COONA, or none. The option is there. 3 or 4 options will be there. So which is not buffer solutions? So tell me which is correct? Anybody? This is NH4Cl, NH4OH. It is buffer solutions. It is CH3COOH, CH3COONA, weak acid and its salt, CH3COONA. This is buffer solutions. This is also buffer solutions, weak base and salt. And this is not the buffer solutions. Okay? So answer will be B. Clear? This is the answer. Next come lubricants. You have learned about in the class what is lubricant, what is the use of lubricant, different types of lubricants, categories of lubricants and their uses according to the depending upon the vehicles. So many machines are there. So I will not bother about that. Just MCQ questions. Lubricants are used to what? To minimize frictions, to save energy, to resist friction. Okay. Minimize frictions, save energy. If so many points will be there out. But out here, this, and in both and none. What will be the answers? Minimize frictions and save energy. Both are there. Correct. So both. Answer will be the both. Clear? Corrosion is an example of. Corrosion, you have learned corrosion, electrochemical corrosions. What is erosion corrosions? You have learned all these things. I will not discuss about that. The corrosion is an example of oxidation, reduction, electrolysis and erosions. All erosions, reductions, oxidation, electrolysis. What is the answer? Answer with oxidations. Clear? Okay. Next, certain number is related with. You have learned in the case of fuel. What is fuel? Classify fuel with examples. Solid fuel, liquid fuel, gaseous fuels, artificial fuels, natural fuels. You have learned all these things. But out here, the certain number and octane number you have read. Certain number is related to it. Octane number is related to it. The oil petroleum product, diesel oil, petrol oil, lubricant oil and none. The certain number always be obviously diesel oils. In case of octane, if you are writing out here octane number is related with petroleum product. What? This is certain number will be diesel oil. Okay, octane number will be petroleum oil. Okay, so this type of questions, MCQ questions may come and go through this. Besides this, all other questions are there. I have given you in the description box. I will give you the description box. Please check that. Suppose minimum amount of carbon present in. Minimum amount of carbon present in what? Pig iron, wrought iron, steel and gunmetal. Pig iron, wrought iron, steel and gunmetal, wrought iron. Yes. The primary cell gives. Suppose the question is there. Right. The primary cell, right, All of you, primary cell give the primary cell, right, give the potential of primary cell give the potential of 1.5 potential of 1.5 volt, 2.5 volt, 3.5 volt, 4.5 volt. Which will be answer? The primary cell always give the potential of 1.5 volt. Clear? Next, bronze is an alloy of what? Copper and what? Bronze, copper and what? Copper plus something. You will be given, option is given zinc, say Sn, aluminum, none of these. Zinc, what is zinc, aluminum and none. Okay, zinc, Sn and none. Which will be option? Copper plus what? Copper plus what? The copper plus zinc, aluminum, none or Sn. Copper plus tin. This is the answer is tin. Sn. Clear? Next, the hardness of water is expressed in. Hardness of water is expressed. How to express the hardness of water? In which you read? It is given out here. The option is given gram, mg per liter, milligram per liter, gram per liter. None of these. What? Mg per liter. Yes, hardness. HRD hardness expressed in mg per liter or ppm, parts per million, ppm, parts per million. Clear? This type of questions may come in your exam. The anode used in lead storage cell. In the lead storage cell, you have learned the lead storage cell. In that case, in the anode will be used lead, PbO2, Pb, only PbO2, zinc. Why? That is the Pb. Anode used in the lead storage cell is Pb. Okay, that is the Pb. Is the answer. Correct? These types of questions come. Manufactures of steel by early process involves the use of sodium and nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, methane. Again, I am telling manufacture of steel by early process involves the use of N2, CO2, O2 and CH4. Answer will be what? O2. Clear? ऐसे क्वेश्चन आएगा. So prepare जल्दी करो. So many questions are there. I have discussed in the class also. In this case, thorough. Next, now take an example of numerical problems. In case of electrochemical electrolysis, that is a law of Faraday.
ये क्या है?
You have learned the law, first law and second law. You all have learned. So from this two law, numerical problems. Suppose is given 0.7 ampere of electric current. Question is there. 0.7 ampere of electric current passed. At ampere electric current pass. Okay, lekho. Sorry, produces 0.42 gram of copper. At gram of copper. 0.7 ampere of electric current produces 0.42 gram of copper in 30 minutes. In 30 minutes. Clear? 0.7 ampere of electric current produces 0.42 gram of copper in 30 minutes. Okay, it is given 30 minutes from copper sulfate solution. Calculate the chemical equivalent of copper. Chemical equivalent of copper कितना होगा? 0.7 ampere of electric current is passed through, produces 0.42 gram of copper in 30 minutes. So what will be the chemical equivalent of copper? You have to find out. Okay. So in that case, you have to find out what? Out here, what you know. So Q equals to what we know? Q equals to CT. Q equals to C into T. Clear? Current into 0.7. That is 0.7 ampere into T 30 minutes. The 30 minutes in equals to what? Second. You have to find out 30 into what? 60. Yeah. So this is the QCT. That means this is C, this is T. It is second. Clear? This is the second. That is 30 minutes. Okay. T equals to 30 minutes. okay, equals to 30 into 60 equals to 1800 second. Clear हो गया. ऐसे the Q-city, this ampere current produces this gram of copper. So you have to find out the formula. You know the formula WCU equals to what? Q into electrochemical equivalent of copper by Faraday. So ECU निकालना है तो क्या होगा? WCU into F by Q. Q equals to this. Put the value and find it. Clear? So what is this is 0.42 into F. You have to find out, all you know to find out. So what is the find out? You know, all of you know. Okay? So put the value and all these things and find this. Clear? What is 30 into 60 into what? This into F into 0.7 96 500. You have to find out the value of F, okay, at the coulomb. So, and this will be the answer. Chemical equivalent of copper will be out here. So this type of sums may come. Suppose clear? The question may come, so what is the action of basic vapor solution? What is the action of acidic vapor solutions? What you know, vapor solution, what? Acidic vapor solution. Action of acidic vapor solution. Acidic by acid vapor solution. Vapor solution. What is vapor solution? CH3, COOH. আর কি থাকবে? CH3, COONA. This is the acidic vapor, weak acid and the salt. So what we learn out here? Out there, CH3, COOH. It will dissociate CH3, COO minus plus CH3, COO minus plus H plus. And it is the weak acid. It is not fully dissociate. CH3, COO minus H plus. And in case CH3, COO Na, it will dissociate CH3 COO plus Na minus. If we add 40, suppose a few drop of HCl, what will happen? HCl, it will dissociate H plus plus Cl minus. This H plus ion and Cl minus ion, it will add, that is acid will be added to this solution. So what will happen? Then what we see, CH3 COO minus plus H plus will be added. Then it will form undissociated CH3 COOH. That is weak acid, it will be undissociated. So in spite of adding some HCl, that is H plus ion, concentration of H plus ion, its pH value will not be changed. It will remain constant. This is the vapor solutions. This is the action of acid vapor solution. pH H plus concentration is increasing, but this H plus will react with CH3 COO minus and it will form CH3 COOH. Weak acid, it is undissociated. So there will be no change in pH. This is the action of vapor solution. Suppose you will add some NaOH. What will happen? It is Na plus OH minus. What will happen? This OH minus CH3COOH plus OH, it will form what? CH3COO minus plus H2O. So in spite of having OH minus ion, there will be no change of pH in this case. Water will form. So this is the action of acidic vapor solutions. In case of basic vapor solution, you also put the example of NH4OH, NH4Cl, and NH4 plus Cl minus, NH4 plus OH minus. Same condition if we add some NOH, if we add some H2SO4, this type of reactions will follow and the value of pH will not be changed. This is the action of vapor solution in case of acidic vapor solutions or basic vapor solution. Okay? Remind it. Now, if you go through the So many discussions. Fuel, classify fuel with example. A question may come. Classify lubricant with example. Lubricants क्या है? Fuel first, natural fuel. That is a primary fuel, secondary fuel. I have told primary fuel का 3 solid liquid gases, secondary का solid liquid gases. Example I have told you. Example क्या है? Coke, wood है, okay? Coal है, तो पेट्रोलियम, CNG, पेट्रोलियम, नेचुरल गैस, इसमें जो एंथ्रासाइट है, कोल है, केरोसिन, डीजल, so many are the which is obtained from the primary fuel. It is the secondary fuels or artificial fuels, and all the sum of the uses and their calorific value you must remind it. In case of lubricant, it assists in between two moving surface. It is used in order to reduce the frictions, wear and tears, to save energy. So the lubricant you have learned, lubricant, solid, semi-solid lubricants you have learned, solid lubricants, MOS2 graphite, semi-solid lubricants, okay, which is also mineral lubricant, that is the mineral oils, plants oil, animals oils. You have learned so many examples I have given you. The class, what is lubricant, classify lubricant with examples. Go through this carefully, and also fuel. And the laws of electrolysis, that is Faraday laws of electrolysis, first, second law, go through very carefully, and numerical problems also come. Okay, thank you, just enough. So here I finished, I draw my ends, so I will try to continue it. I have some pressure, I have some extra work, extra personal work, so I could not continue it. So I try my best. So please subscribe me and please go through this video carefully. Okay, good night.